Hey everybody, this is Seb from Duel Bros, and today we are going to be doing an agent deck profile. Let's do this! Now, this was actually the first ever Yu-Gi-Oh archetype I played. I started off the game with the Lost Sanctuary structure deck because I thought the Marshmallow looked cute, and then I decided to stick with it because it is just insanely fun to play. Let's kick off this review with the Hyperions, the boss monsters of the agents. Got one copy of Master Hyperion and one copy of Majesty Hyperion. Master destroys, Majesty banishes, and we got one of each just because they're pretty searchable, so you don't need to run too many of them. And now for the agents themselves. 3 copies of Earth, she's your searcher, and 3 copies of Venus, she's your playmaker. Of course, Venus's main effect is to summon these 3 mystical shine balls over here. And since they are a normal monster, we are going to be running 1 copy of Ringo Worm, a tuner that special summons himself if you control a normal monster, just to get off quick level 4s, sorry. And also a few higher level ones as well, given that Ringo Worm summons a token when he gets synchro summoned off. And then 1 edgy Venus, just because when you're done using up all your balls and you want to ball some more, she can bring them back from the graveyard or the banish pile. 3 copies of Neptune, amazing searcher for Sanctuary in the Sky, which triggers off more effects, and also a Monster Reborn, very much appreciated. And last but not least, every primary school's favourite card, 1 Uranus. He can mill, he's a tuner, and he's a free special summon. What's not to like? That's it for the name cards. Next up, Triple Diviner of the Herald. She's a mill, she's a tuner, but more importantly, she's an instant level 10 synchro because by sending your 1 copy of Trias Hierarchy to the graveyard, using Trias' effect to summon himself by tributing her, you will then trigger her other effect to special summon the level 1 boot end from your deck, resulting in 1 level 1 tuner and 1 level 9 synchro material. Pretty handy, huh? 1 Arc Lord Christia, because we are running a fairy deck, and it's always nice to be able to lock your opponent into no special summons. We will be banishing a lot, so here's 1 Nemesis Corridor to recycle your banished cards. And now we are on to the hand traps, starting off with my personal favourite, Honest. I don't care if he's not the most competitive, he is the most fun, and I do run 1 of him in every single light deck I play. 2 Orange Light, because once again, we are playing a fairy deck. 2 Ash because it's Ash. 2 Nib because it's Nib. And that's it for all the monster cards. Now on to the spell cards. 1 Sanctuary. This is at 1 for the same reason as the Hyperions. You don't need to run too many of these because they're so searchable. Case in point, 3 Sacred Waters in the Sky. Searches pretty much everything you need. 1 Branded Regained. People who know me in real life know I'm not too fond of the Bestials, to say the least. But I do love this card because we do a lot of banishing here. And with this, each banish becomes a recycle plus a draw. So in grind games, this has saved my ass a bunch of times. 1 Called by the Grave to deal with those pesky hand traps. As you've noticed, the deck does rely very heavily on its normal summons not being countered. So this is just some extra insurance. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, because it's Harpy's Feather Duster. And now onto the traps. We got 3. 1 Divine Punishment, a searchable solemn warning that can only be triggered when Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field. Comes in handy quite a bit. The Sanctuary has fallen. Billions, must banish monsters from their graveyard to negate effects on the field. Trillions even. And last but not least, 1 Vanadium reframing, because as you're about to find out, this is a synchro heavy deck. Now onto the extra deck. We're going to start things off with 1 Master Flare Hyperion, probably my favourite synchro monster in the entire game. He can identify as any agent he wants, so you're mainly going to be using him to become Venus and just do lots of mystical shine ball plays. But you'll also be using him for his high attack and his insane banishing effect. Got another solar system related XCs over here. Not XCs, synchro. We got Pluto. Lovely little Book of Moon effect going on. That's it for all the thematic synchros. Next up we got Chen Ying. Another level 10 beat stick with good banishing. Even more banishing thanks to Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. If you remember, we were running a Vanadium reframing. Here's a Visas Amritara to search it. 1 Psy Framelord Omega. And 1 Draco Berserker of the Tenyi. Yeah, I don't need to repeat the theme of this deck for the billionth time. You know the drill. 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon. Because if your normal summon does fail, having a free special summon is much appreciated. Brionac, because sometimes level 6 plays do pop up. And what's a better level 6 than the one that can just tell your opponent's board, nope, back to the hand. Kicking this off, we got, not kicking off, like leaving things off, we got 2 level 4s. Herald of the Arc Light, an Omni Negate. And Cupid Pitch, a pretty useful tuner synchro who can search you your Neptunes and your Nemesis Corridor. And with the whole Ringo Worm combo, you can get her out pretty easily. Just go Ringo Worm. Once you've got your Shine Ball out, of course. So Shine Ball, special summon, synchro off into Cupid Pitch. Pitch becomes a level 6 with its effect. Ringo in the graveyard, banish him, get your token, and then sync Pitch in the token for a level 8 you want, which will usually be your Amritara. So yeah, lots of very nice combos in this deck. Now on to the Link monsters. 1 Protector of the Agent's Moon. Moon can destroy stuff, but more importantly, she can mill stuff. And like 99.9% of the time, you will just be using this on Majesty Hyperion, since he does summon himself from the graveyard. And with these 2, we can easily link them off. For Celestial Night Lord Parshath. He's a beatstick, he's a searcher, and he has 1 gorgeous card art. Rounding off the links is 1 Herald of Mirage Lights for all them pesky spells and traps. And finally, Elder Entity Nts. We've got her because of her. Let's say you don't want to do the Trias combo. Let's say there's an annoying card in the field. Herald, mill Nts, Nts effect, destroy a card on the field. Boom. Nice and easy. And that was it for the Agent deck profile. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, yada yada yada. And I'll see you for the next video. Bye!